Hey guys, it's Fyyrra, and today I'm going to talk to you about how to transition to cruelty-free beauty. I've received tons of emails and questions on this, especially since I went cruelty-free back in 2012, so I'm going to just share some tips with you. First off, I think the most important tip is to start small. I think it can be really overwhelming for somebody to go cruelty-free, so remember, it's a bunch of baby steps to get you where you're going. Don't throw away all of your old beauty products. That doesn't make any sense. You've already purchased them. You should go ahead and use them. What you should be doing is looking through your collection and noting which of your brands are cruelty-free and which are not. So, for example, if you have, a bunch of products from Urban Decay and L'Oreal and NYX and Maybelline, check a resource like my blog, which is Fyyrra.net, or my friend My Beauty Bunny, or Logical Harmony, or even check Paula's Choice and see which brands are cruelty-free and not. From those, Urban Decay is cruelty-free, NYX is cruelty-free, their parent company L'Oreal is not, Maybelline is not cruelty-free, so you have an idea of where you're at. Then, as you need to start replacing things, go ahead and start buying cruelty-free. So, you need to replace your mascara, and say your favorite mascara was CoverGirl Lash Blast, which was mine, and you need to replace it, so you go look for a new cruelty-free mascara. And, you could try anything from like Too Faced Better Than Sex, or Urban Decay Perversion, or Wet n Wild, or Milani, or Essence. Essence makes great mascara. Just find something new to give it a try. You should also be learning to read labels. There are basically 3 bunny symbols that you can look for, really 2 in the US, but 3 overall. And first and foremost is the leaping bunny symbol. It's the one that I trust, it's the one that I love. Next we have the PETA bunny, which is called the Caring Consumer, and that's the one that PETA sponsors. The third is the cruelty-free rabbit, which I think is mostly Australian, but that's still one you may end up seeing depending on what you're buying. But if you see those on your label, you're probably safe with what you're buying. If you see things like not tested on animals, or the finished product is not tested on animals, it's probably not cruelty-free, but they're trying to portray themselves to be, and so that'll require you to research the brand. You can there are a couple different apps now that you can download for the phone, so you can check like that. And like I mentioned, you can always check, different sites that you trust. There's a lot of misinformation out there about if animal testing is required or not by law, and in the US it is not required by law. The US Food and Drug Administration does not require it. It is absolutely true that every single ingredient, including water, has been tested on animals at some point. But the reason that I choose to be cruelty-free is because I don't believe those ingredients need to be tested going forward. So that's why I feel like, sure, they were tested in the past, but they don't need to be tested now. And many countries have moved to ban animal testing for cosmetics. So I feel like that's a direction that we should be moving towards in the US. You may be absolutely overwhelmed when it comes to trying to find everyday essentials like toothpaste and deodorant, but I've got some brands to recommend to you for those. There's Certain Dry, they're vegan and PETA approved. Of course, there's Paula's Choice for skincare. They're my favorite skincare brand. They make pretty much everything you can need as far as it comes to like your face, and they even make a lot of body products, so you're covered in that regard. There's also Tom's of Maine, Yes To, like Yes To Carrots, Yes To Blueberries, Jason, 7th Generation, Method. Those 2 in particular, 7th Generation and Method, they make stuff like if you're looking for laundry detergent or household cleaner or hand soap, stuff like that. Of course, if you have any medical, conditions or anything like that, you should always listen to your doctor. And if your doctor advises you to use a specific product, do what your doctor says, or, get a consult from another doctor if you don't like what your doctor says. But I would listen to your doctor. I know it can be really overwhelming to make the change, especially if you try to make it overnight, so don't do that. Take it one step at a time, one product at a time, and I think that you'll be happier for it. I know me personally, even though I went cruelty-free in 2012, I wasn't ready to give up my MAC collection, but I held on to it and I didn't really use it. So finally, several months ago, I gave away all of my MAC lipsticks to my friend Corinne, and I wish I'd actually swatched them before so that I'd be able to help people find dupes for those colors. But I felt so much better giving them to her because she would use them and I wouldn't. I've given away almost all of my MAC. I think all I have left are some blushes and eyeshadows that I really want to just swatch and then find dupes for. But it took me a long time to get to the point that I was like willing to give them away, because even though I wasn't using them anymore, even though I purchased them when MAC was cruelty free, I like couldn't give them up. Like I was holding on to them in my collection. I finally just realized if I'm not going to use it, I should give it to somebody who would. And I've done that with a lot of my makeup. Basically, if I have stuff in my collection that I just don't find myself reaching for, I find somebody to give it to so that they can appreciate it. For me, the hardest part about going cruelty-free, aside from giving up MAC, was probably watching everybody get so excited over like all of the drugstore releases. Like, say, I think recently CoverGirl did a Star Wars release, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool, except they're not cruelty-free and I can't buy it. And I was like, you know, I wish somebody who was cruelty-free would put out a Star Wars release. And then, you know, there are a bunch of indie brands who do that, so that really helps feed that addiction. So anyway, I'm just babbling at you. I hope that you find this helpful. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. I make videos weekly. Thanks so much for watching.